everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are actually in my bathroom and I'm going to review my morning skincare routine. I actually did a nighttime skincare routine that I posted a few weeks ago, so it only makes sense that I post my morning routine. Anyways, let me introduce myself. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Swati Kannan and I am a board certified dermatologist out here in California. Now, I will admit that this morning skincare routine is actually recorded on a Sunday afternoon, and that's because if I actually recorded this on a weekday morning, I am pretty sure my husband would revolt and I would be late to work. So let's get started. Now, I tell patients in the morning, the goal of your skincare regimen is to prevent. So prevent any harm done by the oxidative issues caused by sun exposure or environmental pollutants. And at nighttime, the skincare regimen, it's meant to repair. Now, the hydration component, which is meant to use moisturizers, that's a common question that I get. And for some people, you might need to use a moisturizer both in the morning and at nighttime. And for others, you might just want to use it either in the morning or at night. It just kind of depends on your skin type, products that you use, things like that. So for me, my skin type, it's very dry. I have bathroom lights, but I don't have a light in front of me. There's no filters, there's no makeup on my face right now. So you can probably see some of my pigmentation issues. So I have dry skin plus pigmentation issues, mainly melasma and some under eye circles. So I try to use a skincare regimen that addresses those concerns. The cleansing part. So I already took a shower and I used a cleanser in the shower. Now, I only use soap in the morning to wash my face or a cleanser in the morning to wash my face if I have used a retinoid the night before, just because I don't want the retinoid to continue to be on my skin for more than just the nighttime. If I don't use a retinoid the night before, so if I've only used certain moisturizers or hyaluronic acid serum, then I don't wash my face with the cleanser. I just rinse it with water. And that's just for me because my skin is really dry. So for me, I want to retain as much moisture as possible. Now, if you have oily skin or acne prone skin, I usually recommend that you do wash your face twice a day, including the double cleansing at nighttime. And I went over this in my nighttime skincare regimen that I posted a few weeks ago. I can always do another video on exactly what double cleansing is. And I definitely have some posts about it on social media as well, because I think it's such an important step in your routine that a lot of times people don't do. Okay, so let's get started. My counter is like a huge mess right now, so I'm not even going to show that. I'm going to just start off with, well, first I'm going to put my hair back. I always have to just put my hair back because I hate getting anything on my hairline. It always happens. I don't have those cool rubber bands that you can put here, but if you did have those, that would be helpful. So the first thing I use is a vitamin C serum. Now, this one is I got from one of my offices that I work at. I'm just trying it out, but I usually use and recommend the SkinCeutical CE ferulic acid. Vitamin C is a potent antioxidant. So there's two main types of vitamin C ingredients that you want to look out for. One is the L-ascorbic acid, and then the other one, and I'm going to butcher this, tetrahexyl decyl. THD is basically the short version, but L-ascorbic acid is a stronger one, but the formulation is a little bit less stable. And so it has to be formulated really well. And the way you know if your vitamin C is formulated well is one, if it is L-ascorbic acid, if that's a main ingredient, then it should be in a dark bottle. And even THD, the other ingredient, should be in a dark bottle. But this prevents light from coming in so that it doesn't oxidize the actual vitamin C, making it less effective. You also want to store your vitamin C in the fridge. Now, I don't have a cute little mini fridge in my bathroom here. I've tried looking for one. I've tried different ones and they just never get cold enough and they release a lot of heat from the backside. And so if you have a good mini fridge recommendation, please let me know and comment below. But I usually just make the extra steps down to my kitchen and bring up the vitamin C. So this is my first step in my regimen. I'm just going to take a few droplets. And you don't need too much. I don't know if it's hard to see because it's so runny, just ran down under my shirt trying to do that. Not cool. Anyway, so you just take 2 to 3 drops and you just apply it to your whole face. Now, I think I've said this before, I'm not an elegant skin product rubber like I see a lot of influencers. I got it on my shirt. This is a brand new sweatshirt, so hopefully it doesn't stain. Anyway, so I'm not an elegant user of skincare products. The second one in the list for me is the Tranexamic acid, and I've talked about this one quite a bit. This is a Naturium Tranexamic acid serum. I really like this one. It really helps to maintain my melasma. I use it every single day. They do have a newer product that contains Tranexamic acid serum, kojic acid, and maybe arbutin. I have to make sure on that one, but they do have a newer product that I've been wanting to try, but I just want to finish this bottle first. I just use a few drops on my hand. I did a really quick one because I don't want it to roll down my sleeves again, but I just use a few drops and rub it in. You do want to wait a little bit before you layer your products. You don't want to just layer on top of one another without actually having the previous product dry. So when I am getting ready in the morning, because I'm trying to save as much time as possible, I like use a product and then fix my hair. I use another product and I put on my shirt. So I just like always do different things in between as the product dries so that I save as much time as possible. I got these habits because when I was a resident or a med student, I was always in a rush. I had to always get to work so early. So I wanted to minimize how much time these products took to apply. All right, so I do take the excess off my hands. I don't like to wash my hands because I do put a little extra on the back of my hand. So I just rub the top part. So I have my first two products on. I'm nice and shiny, like a glazed donut. Okay, so the next thing I do is I put on a eye cream. The eye creams that I use in the morning, I like them to contain certain ingredients like vitamin C, niacinamide. Those are brightening eye creams. I have dark under eye circles, and so it's really helpful for me to use those kinds of ingredients. I also like if they have any like hyaluronic acid or other moisturizers in them, just because, like I said, my skin's very dry. Right now, though, I am not using an eye cream with any of those products. I am trying, now I have to find it through my crap of skincare products on my counter. So right now I'm actually trying the Elastin restorative eye treatment. This one contains their Trihex technology, which is like a polypeptide technology that helps to build collagen and elastin. And anytime you use products that help to build collagen and elastin, of course, you're gonna decrease the appearance of dark under eye circles just because you're gonna conceal whatever issue you have by building collagen. So I'm trying this right now because I got it from my office. I just apply, and you can do the dab method as long as you're just very gentle and you're not like rubbing too aggressively on your lower eyelids or really at your eyelids at all. You can use whatever finger and however you want to apply it. Now don't forget your upper eyelids. And I got some on my eyelashes. It's really hard to apply any of these products when I'm like looking at the camera. And usually when I'm looking at the camera, I'm not even looking at myself because then I wouldn't be facing the audience. I'm like applying these products without actually looking at myself, and it's kind of hard. So that's the third step in my regimen, is the eye cream. And I usually do recommend a separate eye cream for patients because the eyelid skin is really the thinnest skin on your body. And so I feel like it requires slightly different ingredients and gentler formulations compared to the rest of your face. Do they help significantly for under eye circles and wrinkles? Well, I do have a separate video on that, so review it. But I do not think that eye creams are as effective as cosmetic procedures for the under eye area. But I do think that they're a nice adjunct to the cosmetic procedure. So I've had lasers done under my eyes. I have Botox right now, which is in full effect. And so I do other things besides just using a bunch of skincare products to maintain the health of my skin and to have an anti-aging effect. After the eye cream, I then use a moisturizer. I just really love this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is the one that I recommend to all of my patients for all skin types. It's a very beautifully made lightweight moisturizers, and I take a amount, probably in my case the size of a nickel, and I apply it. I feel like it's really lightweight. And never forget your neck, you guys. I do have a shirt that goes all the way up to my neckline, but I try to also get my neck and my chest. So really, like, this whole area should be treated as one unit. Don't just treat the face. And I say that to my patients even who want cosmetic treatments. I'm like, I know you're really focused on your face, but your neck and chest are not going to match, and then it looks really weird. And then of course our hands, we need to make sure our hands match. So I'll always rub some stuff on my hands. I also protect my hands with SPF gloves and sunscreen. So you really want to treat everything as one unit. Don't just focus on the face. So I let my moisturizer dry since I don't have anything, and it looks like this thing is like staining. See, while the cream dries, if I can put some water on it. I think I'll wash off though because it's vitamin C, and vitamin C, at least this particular kind, is water soluble. The L-ascorbic acid is water soluble. The THD is quote unquote fat soluble. That should be okay. Now that I made it worse for this video. Excellent. Okay. So it seems like my stuff is dry, and I'm now going to use sunscreen. So I also again try so many different kinds of sunscreens. The main one that I like is the Isden sunscreen. This one is tinted. I also am trying the Elastin one, which I do like. I think it works really well. I also have the Color Science sunscreen with the Flex one. This one I use kind of as if I need like a little bit extra when I'm going out. It acts like my makeup. So today, let's see, what should I use? I'm just gonna use my Isden one. It's tried and true. This is mainly a physical sun blocker. So it has zinc oxide, about 10%. And so physical sun blocks are different than chemical sunscreens. And this is an oversimplification, but the physical sunblocks, just kind of when you apply them, they rest on the skin and they reflect the light. So none of the physical sunblock actually gets absorbed by your skin. There's this TikTok, I don't know, it's probably on YouTube too, but social media messaging that sunscreen is carcinogenic. So that means they think that sunscreen causes cancer. And let me just say this, there is no carcinogen like the sun. So if you're comparing sunscreen to the sun is way more cancer causing than sunscreen. And I see skin cancers and the harm that they do firsthand being a skin cancer surgeon out here in California. But these physical sunblocks, especially if you find the ones that are micro-sized, they are not harmful to you. They are not absorbed by the skin enough to cause any issues. Remember, your skin is a giant barrier against absorption of a lot of these chemicals. And so the physical sunblocks do not get absorbed. There is some research that shows that maybe it affects the coral reefs. What affects the coral reefs are the chemical sunscreens like oxybenzone. This does not have that. I am environmentally conscious and I try not to negate everything that social media puts in front of my face, but physical sunblocks are not carcinogenic. So after that rant, I do take 2 finger lengths worth and apply it to my skin. And don't forget your neck. And if you need a little bit more, that's okay. So I think I need a little bit more on my neck. And that's why it's really important if you're going to be wearing these tinted sunscreens to wear your top on before you put on your sunscreen, because it will be like makeup. It will get all over the top. And then I am going out and about today, so I will be using my second layer of sunscreen. I do recommend this for patients who have melasma. And just because melasma is so reactive to any sort of light, including the blue lights here in the bathroom, sunlight. So I find that having 2 layers of sunscreen actually helps a lot for melasma when I started doing that. I mean, yes, you can see my melasma, but it's much better and it doesn't flare as often. So I just take a little bit of this Color Science Flex sunscreen. It's very thick, it's white initially, and this is really like my makeup, like my foundation. So I just go dot, 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 and I move all these hairs up. And it's white when you apply it. It's kind of like cool, so it's kind of cool. And then you just rub it on. When I first started using it, I felt like it was really thick, but I don't know, I think I just got used to it. Even when I did not wear this, I would always just use sunscreen as my foundation. This one is the medium color, by the way. So for my skin tone, the medium color works pretty well. It's so hard. My forehead is so small. I have to try so hard to like not get it into these baby hairs. Put a little extra on my melasma areas. That's it. So I have a little bit on my lips. So I always use a Q-tip or something just to take the sunscreen off my eyebrows and my lips. I do use a lip balm with SPF in it, and that is it. That's my morning skincare routine. I don't like this glazed donut look, so I do set it with a finishing powder. Because I always get asked this question, like all of my patients are like, I hate the shininess, and I don't personally like it either. And so I just use the Makeup Forever Ultra High Def Finishing Powder. They have like I have the other one too, it's like yellowish in color. I don't mind it, but I feel like it doesn't blend as well as this ultra fine powder. Just go. And so it just kind of helps to set everything in. I don't look so shiny. And that's it. And this is usually my morning routine. I do put some mascara, and if I'm going out and about, I'll put some other like blush or other makeup on it. But this is usually it for the morning, especially now with masks. Even though the mask mandate is being lifted, I mean, in hospitals and doctors' offices, we all wear masks. So I have given up on wearing makeup anymore. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, please let me know below and I will respond. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with my latest videos within the field of dermatology. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.